Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing the manga book tag. Now I've only just come across the manga tube section of YouTube. I'd recently only just come across the booktube section, so if you look on my previous videos you can see that I've done the booktube newbie tag, and this seems to be like a variation of that for the manga section. So because my channel is dedicated to light novels and manga, I thought this would be the perfect tag for me to do. So without further ado, let's get into the questions. So question 1 is introduce yourself. So my name's Stephen. I'm X amount of years old. Leave a comment below taking a guess at how old you actually think I am. I would love to know how I actually come across to everybody on here. I'm actually based in the UK, and I am a otaku, a geek or nerd or whatever you want to call me. I love that kind of stuff, and as you can see behind me, I've got quite a decent sized collection at the moment, which is always expanding every single month. Other than that, I'm not quite sure what else to say. If you have any additional questions below for me, please feel free to leave them in the comments and I will answer them as best as I can. Not my bank account or sort code or anything along those lines, mind you. Those are staying private to myself. Okay, question 2. When did you start reading manga? For me, it was probably about 2 years ago, so I'm actually still pretty new to the manga scene. I'm also pretty new to the light novel scene as such. I've been reading that probably 3 to 4 years now. But I absolutely love my light novels and manga. As I said a moment ago, as you can see behind me, the majority of my collection are light novels and manga. I do have some other stuff in there as well, around sci-fi and fiction. So yeah, I'd say about 2 years now. So question 3, what is your favourite genre? For me, it is the isekai genre. I know it is saturated, but you can't beat a good isekai, or I can't. And sometimes I even like the bad ones as well. I just love the genre to bits, even though it is a bit saturated, because I don't know what it is. I think it's the escapism, the thought about being transported to another world. It's just something that always lights my imagination and something that I absolutely adore. Hopefully, however, I won't meet the end like a isekai protagonist does to being transported to another world. I'd much rather go via a mundane method on my deathbed late into my years. So question 4 is, how do you read your manga? Do you read physical copies, digital copies, go to the library, etc.? For me, it's physical copies all the way. Now, it's not to say I don't read digital. I've actually read some digital for light novels. I just haven't read it for the manga. Mainly for the fact that all the manga I've wanted have been in the stores I've wanted to go to, or I've had easy access to them. So all my collection at the moment is all physical copies. Although later down the line I might look at reading some digital copies as well, because I've actually got access to Crunchyroll, and they have a manga library as part of their subscription, and I do keep on meaning to actually go through that list and see even if there's ones there that actually pique my interest that I can actually pick up and read. So question 6 is, what type of videos do I make? Currently I make 4 types of videos. So I tend to try and release 3 videos a week. I tend to try and do a Tag Tuesday, where I am doing booktube tags, where I'm trying to do booktube tags, and I'm going to start doing manga tags as well now. On Thursdays or Fridays, I'm getting in like a review kind of video based on light novels at present. But I'm hopefully branching out into manga and other sci-fi novels as well. And I've actually got a sci-fi audiobook coming up this week or next week. I haven't decided yet. And then over the weekend, I'm doing a kind of life vlog. So it originally started off with me looking to get into shape and better improve my physical and my mental health, and I wanted an outlet where I could talk about that, either to other people or just put my thoughts to camera, sort of like a journal kind of thing that I can refer back to. And since I started my YouTube channel, I thought it might be a good way to share my thoughts and feelings with a wider audience. And then if it helped anybody as well as helping me, then it's a bonus. So at the moment, those are the 3 to 4 types of video I'm doing. I am looking at doing an extra video, or an extra type of video I should say, and that's actually an unboxing videos. I've recently just done a 6-month subscription to Loot Crate for their anime and manga box. So I'm looking to actually do a unboxing when that arrives and make that a regular occurrence on the channel, with even potential giveaways based on what comes in the box. So every now and again, once I get to a certain subscriber amount, I haven't decided on it yet, so it could be something like when I hit my first 100 subscribers, I might do that month's Loot Crate contents as a giveaway, as a thank you to the people who are coming to my channel, and I might do something for like different milestones, and then eventually do just like a regular occurrence if it proves popular. Okay, question 7 is, what do you hope people will get out of my channel? So for that one, I should probably go into the reason why I created this channel in the first place. I originally created it because I was looking for a review for a light novel, and I couldn't actually find anything based on light novel content on YouTube, not in a great quantity anyway. There were a few channels, but nothing too much. And I thought that was a great shame. But while I was looking, I came across booktube. I didn't actually come across Mangatube at the time, and I thought maybe I could actually share my love for light novels and manga with the booktube community and get them interested in another kind of format than what they're used to. So introduce them to light novels, introduce them to manga, and find people who enjoy reading and share my love for this kind of content with them. So that's why I originally started this channel, to actually share my love of light novels and manga, hence the name Light Reading Reviews. But since I've actually joined booktube, I've actually then found Mangatube. So that's why I'm doing this, and I'm hoping that sharing this kind of content, I can bridge between the booktube community and the manga community, and hopefully bring in a light novel community as well to YouTube, which I think we're missing. There are some out there, but I don't think there's enough to actually call it a community as such, not like you have with your booktube and mangatube sections. So question 8 is, what other hobbies do you have outside of manga? As I just said, light novels is a big one. Also for me, I've got 2 other hobbies that are currently dominant in my life. The first one is a collectible card game called MTG, or Magic the Gathering. I do that with friends when I can. Due to lockdown, it's been very restricted. But I normally go to a local gaming club on Fridays where I meet up with friends for a coffee and a few games, and we just have a great time. On top of that, I also collect a hobby called Warhammer 40k and Warhammer. I've been doing that ever since I was 8, and it's a tabletop wargaming system that I got into as a kid when I sent off for a painting guide for a board game. They actually sent me the wrong painting guide, and it got me into that hobby, and I've been hooked on it ever since. Those are actually the sci-fi books I was talking about earlier in this video. I'm actually into the lore and the book side of that as well, and I've just finished my first audiobook on one of their large series, which I've filmed a review on. So hopefully, as I said, that should be coming out in the next week or 2 as well, and I hope you give that a listen and maybe get introduced to another kind of book that you might not normally have thought about. Okay, question 9. What is next up on my reading list? this is actually an interest. Oh, let's readjust myself there a second. Sorry about that, everybody. So what's next up on my reading list? So this is actually an interesting one. I've got two books. One arrived earlier in the week, and it is Ascendance of a Bookworm Part 2 Volume 4, and that's currently next on my list. But I just got a call on, oh, what day was it? So I just got a call a couple of days ago from my local bookstore telling me that a manga that I got on pre-order has also arrived in, and that is Arifureta from Commonplace to World's Strongest, Volume 6, and I actually went to grab that today, so I got that picked up just before I started filming today. My Ascendance of the Bookworm one is actually downstairs on my reading shelf ready to pick up now, so it's a toss-up between the two. I'm probably steering more towards the Ascendance of a Bookworm one first because I adore that series, but Arifureta is definitely a close second. Okay, question 10. What are you looking for in other manga channels? As I said, I've just gotten into the whole Mangatube thing. I've just discovered it while I was looking through booktube. So I'm not actually quite sure. I think, if anything, it's going to be recommendations because I've only been into manga for such a short time. So I'm looking for new manga series to pick up, isekai or not. In fact, one of the new manga series that I've recently got into, I actually got from a recommendation from a manga tuber, and that is a Witch's Printing. Sorry, I did the. And that is a Witch's Printing Office. So I've just had book 4 arrive on that one. I've read the first 2. I've just got number 3 to read next, and then book 4 arrived earlier this week. So I should say that's also on my reading list. Okay, I was about to then do question 11, but I've just realised I forgot to do question 5. So rewind back and skip to question 5. What is your favourite manga? For me, it's my Ascendance of a Bookworm. You've heard me mention it a moment ago. I love that manga to bits. So yeah, that's definitely my favourite manga. It is a isekai. As I said, isekai is my favourite genre. And it's about a bookworm who was actually in her own personal library when an earthquake hit, and she got crushed by her books. Just as she was dying, she prayed to anybody that in her next life she would be reborn surrounded by books. The only problem was she ended up being born into a world where books are only for the nobility, and she was born as a commoner. But not only a commoner, she was born as a very sickly commoner at that, who is on the verge of dying at any given time. And this is her story about how she goes from just a sick commoner all the way to actually getting a hold of books. I won't go into details about that one because I'm actually planning on doing a full review on the light novel, the manga, and the anime for it, because it has all 3. And I'm looking at doing a comparison based on the 3 media, as well as which are my favourite parts from all of them. Because all 3 have points that the others don't have, which I think makes this a fantastic series if you want to read or watch any of it. Okay, now last but not least, question 11, and that is to tag somebody. Now, as I said, I'm still brand new to Mangatube. I don't actually know anybody to tag. So if you're watching this and you haven't done this video, please feel free to count that as me tagging you to do it. And leave me a comment below letting me know that you've actually taken up this tag, because I would love to see your answers as well. If, however, you're also watching this and you have done this tag in the past, please again leave a comment below. Direct me to your video so I can watch it as well, and subscribe to your channel, and hopefully we can get talking about manga in the comments on each other's channels and get to know each other and give recommendations. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you in future videos. Take care for now.